Get ready, 5 seconds. Distinguished delegates and friends, I deem it a great privilege to have been asked to address you all today at the conclusion of your conference held to deliberate on the different aspects of working of democracy in India. Let me offer my greetings to the patriots and delegates who have assembled for this important purpose. I see from the agenda that you have devoted considerable time to deliberating over the provisions of our Constitution. I have had plenty of opportunity studying in depth the various provisions of our Constitution. The more I have studied them, the more have I admired the genius and the wisdom of our great countrymen who framed it. It is characterized by great flexibility. It is also definitely not imbalanced on any one side. Our Constitution makers could very well have copied the British unitary system of government, but in a vast country like ours, with a massive population, the unitary system would have had the adverse effect of keeping government at too remote a distance from the people. The framers of the Constitution went in, therefore, for the concept of the federal structure. I am sure you will all agree that under the Constitution, the central government is as much representative of the whole people as the state governments are of the people of the states. The only difference here is that while the state governments and the state legislatures have the picture of the people of their own states, the range of vision of the central government and the parliament covers the people of the entire country. The central government has necessarily to take an overall view. In such a view of the country, the issues take on somewhat different priorities and stand in different perspectives to some extent. The central government is required to exert a cohesive force to keep the country together and to keep it united. It has also special responsibilities to promote the development of the more backward parts of the country to enable them to come as quickly as possible to the same level of well-being as that achieved by the other parts. The Constitution, in my opinion, is flexible for such mutual adjustments of relations between the center and the states as may become necessary from time to time. We are all happy about the way the center and the states in our country have been able to maintain their relations on a smooth and even kneel all these years. Recently, it has been found to be necessary to make further suitable changes, and the response of the center to the suggestions of the states has not only been happy but also prompt and marked by great understanding. The Finance Commission has reportedly recommended the transfer of larger financial resources from the center to the states, and the report is before the central government. I should think that in these circumstances we should set our sights to a greater extent on formulating new policies that would take us nearer to the common goal of promoting the welfare of our suffering people who are justifiably getting impatient. It would greatly help the effective functioning of the democratic institutions if the role and the involvement of the people were properly defined. I am happy about the emphasis that is now being laid on universal primary education and the new massive scheme for achieving near total adult literacy. The better informed the people, the more effective will be the functioning of our democratic institutions. I am also glad that a good deal of attention is being given to effecting improvements in election procedures. We are all aware how all the people do not exercise their right to vote and how in the present system it is possible for a party to win the elections without polling more than 50% of the votes of the entire electorate. A suggestion has been made to continue the present system in respect of half the number of seats in the legislatures and the parliament and to have the rest of the seats filled on the basis of the number of votes polled by the parties. It has also been suggested that the state may provide the election expenses. It is well that the Election Commission appears to have made certain recommendations and that they are being considered by a cabinet committee. Further, just as the state should have adequate powers in relation to the center, it is necessary that Jilla Parishads and other local institutions have adequate administrative and financial powers. One is not too happy about the functioning of the village panchayats. We must not forget that they represent democracy of the grassroots level. It is only if the democratic institutions all along the line are strengthened that more and more effective leadership will change. Policies will be evolved out of an intimate understanding at close range of the real problems of the people. The administration too can give immediate relief, and the lot of the common man will at least show striking improvement. Democracy will also become a way of life pervading the thinking of the entire population as people at all levels learn to participate actively in self government. I should therefore suggest that in any future seminar that may be arranged, it might be profitable to discuss how best we could strengthen the local self government institutions. Democracy is not new to India. There was a time, as Dr. Ambedkar has observed, when India had an innumerable number of republics. We have an ancient democratic tradition. The entire world has praised the way our democracy, which is considered as the largest one in the world, is operating. Elections are held every 5 years for people to elect their representatives. Our electorate has by and large proved itself to be more perspective than it is sometimes given credit for. This is a massive experiment, and all of us should act with unity to make this historic effort a success, and a success at the earliest. Friends, may I thank you for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you, and may I wish you all great success in the common pursuit of the good of the common man, which undoubtedly is dear to us. Jai Hind.